Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. So in the last video for my French journal, I gutted my book and I glued my papers together. And this is what I got left with. So I went through all my papers and pulled out things that I thought would go well with this journal. Now these are the stars of the show. These are the ones I just picked up from, although they're upside down, Staples. And then I have all these that I recently printed. And then I pulled things from my stash that I thought might go well in here, like some pretty like envelopes, things like that. So I'm gonna put those aside and start with these. So I need to figure out the size. I know I did it the other day, but I really want to be a little more precise or careful with it. So let me just get the length here. So if I did 8.5, you would still have a border. I was thinking because the papers, a lot of the papers would be 8.5, but they're not, because I printed them in portrait, not landscape, although I think some of these are, but it's still not going to be 8.5 because of the border. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. So I think I'm actually going to go with 8 and have a little more of a border by 4.5 or 4 3/4. I think I want 4 3/4. So 8, is that what I said? 8 by 4 3/4. All right, so I'm going to get my trimmer out and start cutting these. So they're going to be 8 long, but I want to get off this this piece here. This is definitely one I want to use in the front or in the front or the back cover. I'm not going to do all these on camera, trust me. You'd be like, okay, we've seen enough. Hope everybody is well. Let's see. So with this, I kind of have to figure out which 8 I want or where I want it to be. So 8 is all the way down to here. I kind of like, it's going to cut off a lot of that. So I think I'm going to cut off a piece of this on the top here. And then maybe go down, let's see what 8 will be. 8 will be right here. Where do I want this to show? Let me go down this way. 8. Yeah, I think I like, decisions. Do I want that part or do I want the top? I think I should have the top showing. So let's go 8, or let's do the 4 3/4 first, so I can save as much of the paper as I can. So let's do 4 3/4. Then I have this big long by 8. So, and then I just want to double check it. That's kind of pretty. Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. And this is going to go in the front, so I could have cut it bigger, but let's keep it all the same. So 8 by 4 3/4 is what I'm going to do. I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest off camera. I want this pretty one, I think. Or should I do the cover bigger? I could do the cover a lot bigger. I could do it in here. It's still 8 by 5. So I'm accounting for that little piece right there. All right, I'm going to do the cover 8x5. So this is definitely going to be a cover piece. And then I'll do the rest 8x4 3/4. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut all these down and I'll be back. All right, so I don't forget which two, the bigger ones, are my front cover. I decided on these two for the front and back cover. And I'm going to put those in now so that they are in the book, and they're different size than the other ones. So I think that's kind of important. Now, I like the way the Fabri-Tac worked. It didn't warp any of my pages. So I think I'm going to stick with the Fabri-Tac for this project here. If you don't have it, no worries. Use what you have. All right, so this is my front cover. Now, don't forget, I am going to decorate these. That looks pretty good there. I want to make sure it's nice and straight because that will drive me crazy if it's not. But that looks good. How pretty. That's my front cover. And this is going to be my back cover. And I did get some glue. No, I didn't. I thought I got some glue on that. So I'll probably need another Fabri-Tac before I'm done, which is okay. Good excuse to go to the craft store because I certainly don't need anything. So this is going to go in here like this. I want to make sure it's nice and straight, which it doesn't seem to be. Now, you can use tape runner, I suppose, but what I just did, you would not be able to do with tape runner. Pulling it up really wouldn't work. Is that straight? Let me just double check here with my handy dandy. I can see better down here. It is darn close, so that's good. That works. For a second there, I thought I had it upside down. That would have not been good. To make sure I get my corners really well and along the sides, close to the edge. I don't want to rip the paper here, but I want this a little closer. The Fabri-Tac does come up like rubber cement almost. See if I can get it off of here without using my little thing, because sometimes this pulls up the image if you go too heavy. But all right, so there's my front and my back cover. I'm really happy with that, and I'm going to continue to cut. So 8 by, what was it, 4 3/4. All right, when I have all those done, I'll be back. All right, so I need 35 pages to cover all the printed pages in the book. I counted. So what I think I'm going to do is every a couple pages, I'm going to put a piece of coffee dyed paper, which I'm making right now outside, to give some journaling space. So if you don't want to have to cover 35 pages, I would suggest maybe instead of ripping out 6 pages in between, you know, your the pages you're gluing together, I would maybe take out 8. That way you'll cut down on how many pages you actually need to glue in. So I did some music paper. I'm kind of spread this out so that I can you know, kind of alternate what I'm doing. with this is similar. I have a lot of that, so I'm going to use a lot of that. I have some William Morris, just 2, and then I have those ledger pages, which I guess that's one of them. All right, so I think I'm going to start with one of these since I have the most of these. And I may have said, I wanted to clarify, 4.5 inches, not 4 3/4. But when I lined it up on here, I decided that the 4 3/4 looked better. So if you picked up on that discrepancy in my video, that's why. So I'm just going to come along. I really want to make sure the edges are glued. I cut most of these out in my living room. I mean, for me to sit here in my craft room, I wanted to be a little more comfortable. I was watching, you know, one of the morning shows and decided to do it out there. All right, so how does this line up? Sky, you can't be in here because this is Fabri-Tac and it's smells pretty bad. I don't think that's straight. Kitten interference. That's what I'm going to call it. Kitten interference. And I really do want these straight on here, because otherwise it'll drive me crazy. I feel like this piece is still not straight. Oh, there's a box here he's gonna sit in. Yeah, I don't want him breathing all this, or I'll open a window. How's that? Maybe I'll do that. I feel like I'm coming down here a little off. All right. I feel like that's a little bit better. Let me stand up and open one of these windows or kick the kitten out. Hold on one second. I definitely hit my camera stand. Yeah, all right. I probably shouldn't be breathing it either, but Sky, you're in the way here. All right, and then I'm gonna go and do maybe a music page. It goes like this. I like that improvisation. Come on, you need to move your tail out of the way. Sorry, guys. I'll get him out. Let me just glue this. And get the kitty out. Come on, you're on my book. And you're squishing my pages, which I don't appreciate. I guess I can share my desk with, he wants to sit up in this window, which, I'm not going to do a whole lot of pages on camera anyway. Plus, I keep getting them a little crooked. So I'm just going to do a couple, and then I'll do the rest off camera. I'm going to go back and I'll check the corners and make sure they are secured down. All right, I feel like 3 times is a charm on all of these. You can't get out that window there. It's just not, it's not possible. And I don't want you out that window either. That would not be a good cat thing. You'd find yourself in the big bad world, and I don't think you'd like it out there. All right, come on, you need to get down. Oh, go ahead, go outside or something out on the porch. All right, and then I'll use take one of these. I'm going to go back and then do the other sides. I think I'm going to go all through this way, and then I'm going to go that way. Maybe I'll put a blue one here for some color. I'm going to go check my coffee dyed paper. We have a nice sunny day today, which is nice. And that should be pretty ready to, if I need to flip it on the other side, it'll be ready. All right, so it might just be, no, I keep going like, I keep coming down this way a little. I feel like anyway. That's what I'm doing. All right, and then I'm gonna put one of these pretty ones in here. Maybe something with a little blue. There's a little bit of blue right there. And I'm gonna keep going through like that until my 35 pages are covered. And these are just the base pages. I am going to come back and decorate and all that. I really have high hopes for this journal. So far, I'm loving it. It is a bit of work, but most things are, right? All right, I'll be back when this is done and I'll show you. Okay, I want to do a flip through of the pages that are in the book. I think it turned out really nice. So the inside cover you saw, and then here's this page. And this is coffee dyed paper. Digital downloads. William Morris paper. Don't know how French it is, but more William Morris. Love these images. I almost went through and, well, more than half of a bottle of Fabri-Tac. I have a few places I need to get a little bit of glue off. But I have to do it very lightly so I don't lift the image. Right. Now this one I'm not sure because you can see the book page, you know, the book, the printing there. I may put something up there when I decorate. So happy with it. Very happy with it. Love that image. And then this, and then we have a bunch of blank pages in the back, which are cool for journaling, and then the back cover. Next step is going to be decorating. So that's where the fun really begins. I've really enjoyed this so far. I love the way it's coming out. So this is part 2, end of part 2. Questions, comments below, love them. Thumbs up, always appreciated. And if you want to see part 3 or any of my other videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. All right, everybody, have a great day.